I have to share an amazing story with you. A couple, their name was Tova and David Alter. Married for 15 years, no kids. You know the halakha. After 10 years, no kids, gerushin, divorce. You have to have children. That's why you're put in this world. The first mitzvah of the Torah, pirur bu umilut haaretz. You have to have children. So, this is one of the most incredible stories that I've had the pleasure to tell. So they're sitting there, and with tears coming down his eyes, he gives his wife the get. He moves into a small apartment. 2 days later, his wife calls him up. His ex-wife, Tova. David, I'm pregnant. Wow! I don't believe it. And he went from Gehinam to Gan Eden. And then he turns white as a ghost. I'm a Cohen. I can never take her back. What am I going to do now? I can't take her back. Now what are we going to do? So what do you do 5-6 years ago when you have a big problem? You go to one address, Reb Chaim Kanievsky. He comes to Reb Chaim and he's crying. He's crying. Rebbe, please, everyone in the world comes to you for answers to every problem. I beg you, help me. What should I do? And he says to him, it's a gezerah from Shamayim. There's nothing I can tell you to do. I have one suggestion to you. Go to my father-in-law, Rabbi Yashiv. He passed away like 2012. He was Reb Chaim's father-in-law. So he gets on the Eged bus. He goes from Bnei Brak to Yerushalayim. He knocks on the door. He tells him what happened. He says, it's like my son-in-law told you, Reb Chaim. It's a gezerah from Shamayim, but Rebbe, there's got to be something I can do. Listen what happens, Selma. He tells him, go to the kotel now and pray a tefillah like you never prayed in your life. Just go. And he goes to the kotel and he's crying his eyes out. He's reading the Tehillim. The tears are going into the pages. And people are looking at this guy. What's going on with him? So somebody taps him on the shoulder. Sir, is everything okay? And he tells them the story. And from nowhere, the man says to him, do you have a father? Yes. My father lives in New York, and he's in a nursing home. He can't talk. He's like an Elam. He sits there, and just in a wheelchair. Make a airplane ticket. Go visit your father. Now. Go visit your father. And he's saying to himself, who is this guy? What's he telling me? Go visit your father? For what? But he said, you know what? Reb Chaim told me to go to the Chacham Yashiv. Rabbi Yashiv told me to go to the kotel. Don't ask questions. He calls his travel agent. I need a round trip ticket to New York, to JFK. He makes the trip. He goes to the nursing home where his father is. And the doctor says, how can I help you? I'm his son. I need to talk to him. Talk to him? Your father has been sitting there for 20 years like a vegetable. He doesn't talk to anybody. So he sits down like this next to his father and he starts telling him the whole story. And the man is like staring in space, the father. For the first time in 20 years, he starts to talk to him. He says, Yisrael, you know I was a Holocaust survivor. And your mother was a Holocaust survivor. We couldn't have children. We adopted you. You're not a Cohen. Wow. Wow. Huh? So he saw that it was like Eliyahu Navi came to tap him on the shoulder in the kotel, right? And now he goes back and he marries his wife again. And Baruch Hashem. So everything is possible.